5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Weekend confirmed.
Ignition. Liftoff.
Hey everybody, happy holidays from Weekend Confirmed. This is Question of the Week and I'm Garnett Lee. First off, thanks so much for your support this year. It's been a great year for us. We're really happy to have you with us every week, and hopefully you're following us on Facebook where you can get questions to us for these questions of the week, listening to us on the podcasts, whether it's on iTunes or Listen or whatever you like to, and just participating with us, because without you, we wouldn't have the show. And so I just wanted to say thank you very much at this holiday time. So for today's question, let's see what we have. Had a couple to choose from. These are always tough, but I know it's that time of the year, so I'm going to do Zabari's question, which is, if the console cycles ended December 31st this year, what would be each's letter grade, taking everything into account? So Nintendo is probably the most difficult one to talk about, because obviously their momentum this year was behind the 3DS. If you look solely at the Wii, then we have to take into account that all they've had are their titles. However, don't discount their titles. This is really frustrating to me when I see people talk about these grades. I did this for bonus round, and I gave the Wii a fairly decent grade. And I have to say, Galaxy 2, amazing game. Zelda Skyward Sword, fantastic game. So we have these very, very high highs, and we just don't have anything else after that. It's not even that we have low lows. We just don't have a lot after that. Where does that leave us? I would have to say that for Nintendo, that leaves me at a low B. And I realize a lot of you may say that's generous, but if you have a console that's had the cycle that it's had, and you have a machine that gives you a Zelda, that's not an experience you're going to get from anybody else. A Galaxy 2, not an experience you're going to get from anybody else. Then I think you have to say that's something unique, that's something special. So let's move on to Microsoft. Now Microsoft this year brought Kinect into its first full year. And I thought, wow, what are they going to do with Kinect? And you know what they answered me with? We don't fucking know what we're going to do with it. Because they had nothing new. The most exciting Kinect game this year was Dance Central 2. And you know what? It was Dance Central with new songs. Okay, we get it. It still works. Much like what happened with the Wii, the Kinect has fallen into this valley of, well, we do some cool things with the motion sensor when we make a game that works for it, but what else can we do? I have yet to see that. Moving the Metro interface, that's great. Voice control with my television, okay. But that's not doing anything for me from a game standpoint. So I have to say that while Kinect has been very financially successful for them, as a gamer, I'm sort of still saying, okay, what are you going to do with this thing? Are you going to let me play a game where I sit down and I'm able to do some things? Steel Battalion may answer that, but we don't have it this year. So then I look at the games that are exclusive to the platform. And, okay, Gears of War 3, nice. Halo 10th Anniversary, a remake. I'm running out of steam very quickly here. So what we do know, though, is that for multiplayer online, live continues to be the dominant force. If you're playing Modern Warfare 3, you're most likely playing it on an Xbox 360. And the same can be said for games like Forza even. So it's a niche community in its auto racing. However, the community implementation is fantastic, and what they're able to do through Live is excellent. Live also makes a great marketplace for games, and although tragically underrepresented, the Indie Games channel on Live is a fantastic conduit for us to get great games. Again, pluses, minuses, not as many highs, but lots of base level games, particularly from third-party support. I'm giving Microsoft a B+, with a big opportunity or potential pitfall with what happens with Kinect. So now we're on to Sony. And Sony, with the exclusives that they had this year, had an A in their back pocket. Come on, let's talk about it. Killzone, Uncharted, Infamous. Those alone, as platform pillars, should be absolute home run hits. But we have to look at some other things that happened for them this year. They had the PlayStation Network outage. Now granted, they were attacked by a hacker network. It was a serious incursion. It was a big thing for them to put down, and they've recovered from it incredibly well. However, it did happen. We can't just say, oh, that didn't happen. And they still continue to trail behind the Xbox 360 in the North American domestic market. And that seems a little like a problem to me. I'm also concerned that while they fiddle around with home and do some things on the PlayStation Network, that they haven't done the very simple step of beating Live at Live with PlayStation Network for free. If they would simply do as they talked about years and years ago, we're going to have everything that Live has on the PlayStation Network for free, then how many people would start to shift and move over? How many would say, hey, why am I paying $60 a month for my Live subscription when I have cross-game chat, when I have this great friends network, when I have this ability to invite people and pull them into games, whatever they're doing, on my PlayStation Network? Just don't think they built the momentum behind that, so I have to give them also in that upper B range. Now you can go all argue about it. I'm sure you're going to be like, this guy's nuts. He has no idea what he's talking about. Those are my arguments, though. Look forward to hearing yours. You can get with us on shacknews.com or in the comments here on YouTube, and do subscribe to our channel right here. It's the Weekend Confirmed channel. We'll look forward to talking to you more in 2012.